The season of struggling for every small thing is ending. The season of receiving has begun. That is why this moment is so powerful. Everything you have been praying for, everything you have been believing for, is starting to come together. And listen closely. Are you truly ready to receive? Because what is coming into your life is greater than anything you have been expecting. It is greater than your imagination, greater than your biggest hopes, greater than the picture your mind has ever been able to create. I need you to hear this with an open heart. The hard season is coming to an end. The battle for every step is fading away. Those long nights when you stayed awake, asking if anything would ever change, are becoming part of your past. Those mornings when you carried disappointment and wondered if your prayers were being heard, no longer define your future. Right now, something is shifting where you cannot yet see it. And before long, that unseen change will become visible in your everyday life. Stay with me, because what comes next could completely change the way you look at your future. You may think nothing is happening, but sometimes the greatest miracles are already moving before your eyes can recognize them. Today, I want to share something that has been growing in my heart for a long time. It is a message that many people quietly feel, but struggle to explain. Deep inside, you have sensed that something different is approaching. You have felt moments where hope returned without any clear reason. Maybe you could not describe it, but you knew something was changing. The message is simple, yet it carries incredible power. Relax. You are no longer spending your life chasing every blessing. You are learning how to receive what has already been prepared for you. Let those words settle into your spirit. You are not chasing anymore. You are receiving. For so long, you have been running after opportunities, searching for answers, asking for healing, hoping for restoration, looking for peace, and waiting for open doors. You kept moving even when you felt tired. You kept believing even when your strength was almost gone. But what if the breakthrough you were chasing has been moving toward you all along? What if every difficult season has been quietly bringing you closer to the answer you have been asking for? Keep watching, because the next part may completely change your perspective. For a long time, you have looked ahead, trying to figure out what comes next. You have searched through uncertainty, trying to understand when things would finally make sense. Questions filled your thoughts. When will it happen? How will it happen? Is it really possible? But now, the answer is not simply another explanation. The answer is becoming an experience. Instead of hearing promises again and again, you are getting closer to seeing real results. Soon, there will be moments that speak louder than words. You will not need endless confirmation, because what unfolds will become its own evidence. You will recognize the change without anyone needing to explain it to you. It will become clear that every delay had a purpose, and every closed door protected you from something you could not yet understand. Looking back, you will notice that every step was connected in ways you never imagined. Sometimes the greatest surprise is realizing that nothing was wasted. Stay until the end, because there is one truth that many people miss during seasons like this, and understanding it could change everything. What has been prepared for you is not lost. It is not hiding beyond your reach. It is not meant to stay forever out of your hands. Even now, it is moving closer with every passing day. Every sunrise brings you nearer. Every heartbeat carries you one step closer. Every challenge you overcome becomes another piece of the story that is leading you forward. Can you sense that quiet feeling growing inside? It is difficult to explain, yet impossible to ignore. There is fresh momentum building around your life. Doors that looked permanently closed are beginning to loosen. Situations that once seemed impossible are becoming possible. New opportunities are appearing where there were none before. Things that looked delayed are quietly being rearranged. What seemed like silence may have been preparation all along. Do not lose hope simply because you cannot yet see the full picture. The story is still unfolding, and often the most beautiful chapter arrives after the longest wait. Keep listening, because the final picture brings everything together in a way that is both simple and unforgettable. Imagine yourself standing beside the ocean, watching the tide slowly rise. You do not force the water to come closer. You do not argue with it or pull it toward the shore. It simply arrives at the right time. Wave after wave moves naturally until the shoreline is covered. That is the picture I want you to remember whenever doubt tries to return. Good things do not always come through endless struggle. Sometimes they arrive because the right season has finally come. Picture a wave of unexpected favor reaching your life. Picture opportunities finding you instead of always searching for them. Picture peace replacing anxiety. Picture strength replacing exhaustion. Picture healing touching every area where pain once lived. Picture joy returning where disappointment stayed for far too long. This is your reminder that not every season lasts forever. Hard times pass, new beginnings arrive. Keep your heart open, stay ready, continue believing, because sometimes the greatest changes begin quietly before they become impossible to ignore, and the life you have been hoping for may already be much closer than you think. A wave of restoration is moving toward your life, bringing back peace, hope, and opportunities that once seemed lost forever. And the amazing part is this: you do not have to chase every blessing with endless effort. You simply need to stay ready when the moment arrives. Stay present, stay open, stay willing to receive what has been prepared for you. Think back to the greatest surprise you have ever experienced. Maybe it was unexpected good news. Maybe it was a phone call that completely changed your direction. Maybe it was an opportunity that appeared without warning, or a gift that arrived when you needed it most. Those moments leave you speechless because they come when you least expect them. That same feeling of joy mixed with disbelief is the picture I want you to hold on to today. Something beautiful can appear faster than you think. It can touch every part of your life, bringing fresh hope to your family, new strength to your health, wisdom for your future, peace to your heart, and unexpected opportunities that seem perfectly timed. One moment can become the turning point you remember for years. Stay with me because the next thought may completely change the way you see this season. For a long time, your attention has been fixed on one answer, one open door, one breakthrough that seemed more important than everything else. That is completely understandable, because when life becomes difficult, our focus naturally becomes narrow. But there is a bigger picture unfolding that you cannot fully see yet. Sometimes the answer is greater than the request itself. Sometimes what arrives includes blessings you never thought to ask for. Instead of solving only one problem, everything around you begins to shift together. One opportunity leads to another. One moment of favor opens several new paths. One answered prayer creates room for many more. That is why it is important not to limit your expectations. Do not expect only enough to survive. Expect room to grow. Expect new possibilities. Expect unexpected kindness. Expect restoration that reaches places you thought would never recover. Keep watching, because the next part explains why waiting has not been wasted and why every delay may have been preparing you for something much larger than you imagined. You are much closer than you realize. Closer to the answer than yesterday. Closer to peace than your emotions may tell you. Closer to the breakthrough than your circumstances seem to suggest. Sometimes the final stretch feels the longest because you cannot yet see what is happening behind the scenes. Yet every challenge has been building your strength. Every lesson has been shaping your character. Every difficult season has quietly prepared you for opportunities that require the person you are becoming today. Nothing has been meaningless. Every prayer spoken in faith mattered. Every tear carried purpose. Every moment you chose hope instead of giving up made a difference, even when no one else noticed. Looking back one day, you will realize those difficult chapters were preparing you for doors you could not have walked through any earlier. Stay until the end, because there is one truth that many people overlook. and it has the power to change how you see every challenge from this point forward. True goodness never arrives as leftovers. Real blessings are not second best. They come in ways that surprise you, strengthen you, and remind you that life can change much faster than you expect. Sometimes people will wonder how everything came together so perfectly. They may search for explanations in timing, connections, or coincidence, but you will remember the quiet seasons when you kept believing even without visible proof. Love always gives, love always protects, love always restores what seemed impossible to recover. That is why you should never believe that your current situation is your permanent destination. What you see today is only one chapter, not the ending of the story. Temporary seasons often convince people that nothing will ever change, but they are only passing through. The future can look completely different from the present. The stage is still being prepared, and what feels delayed today may become tomorrow's greatest testimony. Do not click away yet, because the final picture brings everything together. Right now, there are details being arranged that you cannot yet recognize. New connections are forming. New opportunities are quietly moving into place. Conversations are happening that will eventually affect your future. Paths you never considered are opening little by little. Even when everything appears still, progress is taking place beyond your sight. At the right moment, what seemed confusing will suddenly make perfect sense. The opportunity you have been waiting for may arrive with something even greater attached to it. It may bring unexpected peace, fresh confidence, lasting joy, and possibilities you never imagined. But here is the part that surprises most people. The next season may not look exactly like the picture you created in your mind. It may be different, yet far better than anything you planned yourself. The answers may arrive from unexpected directions. New dreams may replace old expectations. The future may become larger than your original request. Keep believing. Stay ready. Stay hopeful, because sometimes life gives far more than we asked for. And the greatest blessings often arrive in ways we never could have predicted. Long before you ever entered this world, purpose was already being written into your story. You may have spent years looking at every challenge through the limits of yesterday, believing that your future could only be as big as your past. But a fresh season often begins the moment your perspective changes. New opportunities do not arrive carrying yesterday's labels. They arrive full of life, filled with possibilities that did not exist before. What is ahead is not a forgotten dream from years ago. It is something fresh, something prepared for this moment, something designed for the season you are living in right now. It is meant to strengthen your present and shape your future in ways you never expected. Do not assume that tomorrow will simply repeat yesterday. Sometimes everything changes with one unexpected opportunity, one conversation, one open door, or one decision to keep believing. Stay with me, because the next few moments may completely change how you think about waiting. The story is still unfolding, and what looks ordinary today may become the beginning of something extraordinary before you even realize it. Never believe that life is meant to be lived with only enough to survive. There is a difference between surviving each day and truly moving forward with hope, peace, and purpose. Bigger possibilities exist than the ones you have been imagining. Often, the greatest answers are the ones you never knew to ask for. Sometimes life solves problems you did not even realize were holding you back. That is why unexpected blessings can feel so overwhelming. They reach places you forgot needed healing. They restore confidence where fear had settled. They bring direction where confusion once ruled. Think back to every time things worked out, even when you believed they never would. Those moments were reminders that difficult seasons never have the final word. And if unexpected breakthroughs happened before, there is every reason to believe new ones can happen again. Keep listening, because what comes next explains why your current season may be preparing you for something much larger than you can see from where you stand today. Maybe you have been waiting for provision. Maybe you have been searching for healing, guidance, peace, or renewed joy. Waiting has a way of making every day feel longer than it really is. But sometimes change arrives much faster than expected. It does not always appear one tiny piece at a time. Sometimes several doors open together. Several prayers seem answered within the same season. Several opportunities arrive so close together that you can barely keep up with them. Timing has a purpose even when we do not understand it. Looking back, many people realized that the delay protected them until everything was ready. While you thought nothing was happening, important pieces were quietly falling into place. New relationships were forming. Better opportunities were developing. Stronger foundations were being built beneath your feet. Preparation often happens where our eyes cannot see. That is why patience is never wasted. The moment you have been waiting for may already be much closer than it appears. Don't skip the next part because it may encourage you exactly when you need it most. Whatever is meant for your life is not forgotten. It is not lost. It has not disappeared. Good things often require careful preparation before they become visible. While you questioned the silence, progress continued behind the scenes. While you wondered if anything would change, unseen work was still taking place. Every detail was being arranged with care. Every lesson was shaping you into the person who could carry what was coming next. If this message encourages you, take a moment to support the channel by liking the video, subscribing, and sharing it with someone who could use a little hope today. Your support helps these messages reach people who may be searching for encouragement during difficult seasons. And if you stay connected, we can continue walking through this journey together, one step at a time. Sometimes one message arrives at exactly the right moment, and someone else's life can be changed simply because you chose to share it. Keep watching because the final thought may stay with you long after this video ends. Now let me speak to you as if we were sitting together, having an honest conversation without distractions or noise. Life has a way of testing our confidence. It throws unexpected challenges into our path. It makes us question our strength and sometimes even our purpose. Little by little, we begin believing that today's circumstances will last forever. But they do not. Your present situation does not define your future. Your mistakes do not define your value. Your setbacks do not erase your purpose. There is still another chapter waiting to be written. You are not trapped where you are today. You are still growing. You are still learning. You are still becoming the person you were created to be. Never believe that your story is over simply because one chapter was difficult. New beginnings often arrive quietly before they become obvious. Stay hopeful, stay open, stay ready for what comes next. The next opportunity may appear when you least expect it, and one unexpected moment has the power to change the direction of your entire life forever. Have you ever stopped for a moment and looked back over your life? Really looked? Have you noticed those moments when everything seemed impossible, yet somehow the answer arrived exactly when you needed it? Maybe help appeared at the last minute. Maybe a new opportunity came when every other door seemed closed. Maybe strength showed up on the very day you thought you had none left. Looking back, you can often see a pattern that was impossible to recognize while you were living through it. That is why you should never believe that today's challenge is the end of your story. The same faithfulness that carried you through yesterday is still with you today. It has never disappeared, and it is not about to disappear now. Difficult seasons come and go, but hope continues moving forward. If you are still watching, stay with me because what comes next may speak directly to where you are right now. Sometimes the greatest encouragement arrives just before everything begins to change. One thing has always stood out to me. You do not have to be perfect to keep moving forward. You do not need to have every answer. You do not need to understand every step before taking the next one. What matters is having a willing heart, staying open to growth, and choosing trust even when life feels uncertain. Real faith is not pretending problems do not exist. It is looking directly at those problems while believing they are not bigger than your future. It is refusing to let fear make your decisions. It is believing that today's difficulty does not have the final word. New opportunities often arrive without warning. New strength appears after seasons of exhaustion. New peace replaces old anxiety, one quiet day at a time. Keep listening because the next thought could completely reshape how you view every delay you have experienced. Sometimes the biggest breakthrough begins with a simple decision to believe that tomorrow can be different from today. Do not quit just because the journey has become difficult. Do not let temporary setbacks convince you that your destination has disappeared. Every season teaches something valuable. Every challenge develops strength that comfort never could. Your future is not determined by what you lost yesterday, but by the direction you choose today. Take a deep breath. Let your shoulders relax. Stop carrying every burden as though everything depends only on you. Trust that progress is still happening, even when it cannot yet be measured. Some of life's greatest opportunities are quietly developing while we are still wondering whether anything is changing at all. Keep your heart open. Stay hopeful. Stay ready. There are moments ahead that may completely shift your direction. They may come through an unexpected conversation, a surprising opportunity, or a door opening where you least expected it. Do not click away yet, because the next picture may become one you never forget. Think of your life as a story that is still being written. Every chapter has served a purpose. Some chapters were filled with celebration. Others brought confusion, disappointment, or unexpected loss. Yet the story is not finished. The pages are still turning. Every unforgettable story includes moments where everything seems impossible before everything changes. Those surprising turns are often what make the ending meaningful. Life works much the same way. What feels like confusion today may become tomorrow's greatest lesson. What looks like failure today may become the reason you recognize future success. Sometimes the unexpected turn is exactly what leads to the best chapter. Looking back, many people discover that the moments they wanted to erase became the moments that shaped their greatest growth. Stay until the end, because there is one final thought that brings all of this together in the simplest way. Sometimes delays are not punishment. Sometimes they are protection. Closed doors can redirect us toward better ones. Waiting seasons can prepare us for opportunities we were not yet ready to carry. There are paths you never had to walk because circumstances quietly changed before you reached them. There are mistakes you avoided without even realizing it. One day, the larger picture often becomes clear, and what once felt like disappointment begins to look like wisdom. Never believe you are simply watching someone else's story unfold while yours stands still. Your life has purpose. Your gifts matter. Your journey has meaning beyond what you can currently see. The next chapter has not been written by fear or failure, but by possibility. So keep believing, keep moving forward, keep expecting better days ahead. Some of the most unforgettable moments in life arrive without warning, and the chapter waiting ahead may become more meaningful than anything you have experienced so far.